That's for you.
Oh, brilliant. Thank you.
That's my brand new album, Jovan, just for you. A great documentary on Thin Lizzy last night, by the way. Well done.
Ah, thank you. You like Lizzie?
Yeah, absolutely. Who doesn't?
I mean, come on.
I can see our team there looking good. Team Ireland, everybody.
So, Nicky, walk us through the second rehearsal.
A lot happier with that, to be honest with you. I think that's what rehearsals are for. You know, the first three last week were about getting the feel for the stage, and it's funny because on the second rehearsal I hit an awful ropey note that seemed to stay with me for the next few days. But that's what rehearsals are for, and when you're professional enough to take the good with the bad and see where you go wrong, and we've got a great team of people here who are flying the flag, and we'll give it our absolute best to be in the final. And if our best isn't good enough, then we'll look again next year. But we really loved it today. I think we're getting everything right now, and I have to say as well at this point, Johan down the very end here is a Swedish guy. And we lost our drummer Paul. His dad sadly passed away on Thursday, so he didn't travel out with us on Tuesday, which is obviously a bit of a blow, but our thoughts and everything are with his family right now and Paul. So Johan stood in. We met him when we arrived in Stockholm on Tuesday night, and he's a great singer and he's a great drummer. So we'd just like to say our thoughts are with obviously Paul and his family, all the Kenny family in Ireland, and thank you to our Swedish representative this year, Johan.
Cool. So one thing on the stage, watching it in the viewing room, how was that?
I think it was good. I think we still, with head of delegation here, Michael, and management and stuff, we still look, we're our own worst critics. So we still know, we can all get better, we can all get tighter, and and make it the best we can. It is a live performance, so anything can happen. But I think we're in good. Right now, we're in good shape. We still have the dress run to do, and then the big night on Wednesday and Thursday.
Brilliant. Questions from the audience? Oh, yes, please stand up. You have a microphone.
Hello, Nicky. It's JP from Radio International in the Netherlands. You're a colleague, basically. You're also hosting a radio show on Ireland's 2FM. Can you tell us a bit more what kind of show this is? When is it on? When can we listen to it?
I'm on air every morning with my co-host Jenny Green, who's a dance DJ in Ireland as well. And we're on every day from 10 a.m. till 1 on RT2FM, so you can get it on international tune-in radio apps. It's a real fun, energetic show. It's a magazine-style show. We interview some great stars that come over. Whoever comes over to Ireland, if they're film, TV, music, if they've got a book out, we interview them, and it's a fun interview. We've had Noel Gallagher, we've had Kevin Hart, we've had Jack Black, big stars in the room and on the phone. So it's a fun show to do. Yeah, really, really fun. It's something as a kid I grew up listening to radio, always wanting to have that kind of fun, and I always felt if you can do a show where people at home or driving are listening and they want to be in the studio, because it's so much fun, that's the way to, and we genuinely have that fun in there. So yeah, it's going really well. We're 2 years on air now, so it's fun.
So how is it to be on the other side of the artist answering questions? Now you're awesome.
Yeah, it is fun. I think a lot of people who come in who know me, let's say, from being on the other side, probably relate to that. There's certainly some bands that come in. We've had some great bands on the show, and I suppose I know what it's like for them, and they know what that I know. So especially when you get some people in who don't want to be there and are going through the motions of promotion, and they look at me and I'm thinking, nah, you need to lighten up a little bit here. We're promoting you. So, but in fairness, you don't get a lot of that. Everybody's comes in and most of them have a bit of fun, and it's a real fun show. So we're not trying to catch people out. We're not asking personal questions. It's about selling their product and having a laugh.
Even if you know some stories no one else knows
that's
about.
A different show.
More questions, please. Tell us something about the song, then, Sunlight.
Well, the song I wrote with Ronald Hardyman, he's there, and Wayne Hector, and it's essentially a love song, but it's a real positive meaning song. Like when we wrote it, I was picturing being on the top of a mountain in Ibiza, and I've never been to Ibiza, but it was something I imagined, standing very early in the morning and the sun starting to rise up. And I think no matter what's happening in your life or no matter what's happening daily, you know, the next day is always the start of the rest of your career, the rest of your life. So, you know, anything that's gone on, the next day brings a new beginning. And that's where we were with that song, a good positive meaning. I think it fits well with everything, you know, Eurovision was come together as the slogan this year. And it's a fun song. We smiled through the performance. It's a great song to deliver to a live crowd. When there's 18 or 16,000 people there, it will even lift again. And it would be a great song to do live on a tour. If you were doing a live tour, you know, it'd be a great song for people to enjoy.
You have a great Irish tradition in the Eurovision Song Contest. Coming into it, meaning, what did you, when you were writing the song, did you have Eurovision in your mind? How to adjust it so it works on this crowd?
Well, the quick answer is I think we sat down to write a hit song, and I think a hit song is a hit song on Eurovision, on the Grammys. If you can write a hit song that people sing and it's catchy on radio and people like the lyrics, then it'll work anywhere, you know. So I think we wrote this 2 years ago, and you know, with Eurovision, you know, having done the votes for Eurovision, I've been around it. And Michael can probably answer this, but I think RT are constantly under pressure from the Irish public to come up with, you know, new ways to try and compete in Eurovision. Like you guys do Melody Festival in here, which is an enormous, you know, festival. And I think this year it was different. It was, maybe you want to ask Michael this, but you know, it was different for an internal selection. So, you know, you're kind of damned if you do and damned if you don't. You know, they made an internal selection this year. Some people are going to be frustrated by that, and you know, rightly so. They can look at it again next year. But I think we can't judge that until next week and see at the end of the week and see if we qualify or do well.
Thank you for the album. What kind of songs are on the album?
Brilliant songs. I'm very proud of the album. It's my first debut solo album, obviously, and I'm the last member of Westlife to release a solo album. And the album has just come out. Very good, Michael. The album came out last night, so you can download it now, and it's good. But it's a real pop rock album, and for me, it's full of personality. It's like putting my radio show on a record. It's like a mixture of Robbie Williams meets Ollie Murs. With deep, you know, with some deep, meaningful songs on there. I've delved into my personal life a little bit, but also I've become an actor and a character, and dreamt up some imaginary situations that, you know, would be fun to write about. But it was for me sitting in that room with Ronan, who's, you know, an exceptional talent, and he brought a lot of confidence out in me. But it was me on a blank piece of paper saying, you know, let's throw this idea and let's do this. And it was great. It was a lot of fun to work with Ronan. And then to have Tim Byrne manage me. Tim worked closely on X Factor UK and X Factor America. Also managed Steps for a while and A1. Steps. And so yeah, the caliber behind the album and this whole process has been amazing. And then to bring the guys in, we met them all. We kind of auditioned them all over the last few months. And although it's me singing out their lead, without every one of these guys, we couldn't deliver this performance. And you know, each one is important as the other. And yeah, we're enjoying this moment. These are memories you'll take away forever. And hopefully they'll be great memories, and we can say we qualified and, you know, we flew the flag.
No Swedish collaborations this time?
Well, with Johan. Yeah.
Johan? Yeah, now, but on the album?
Not on the album as yet, but yeah, maybe down the road we can do a duet with Mans Elmerlo, or you know, if one of the guys from ABBA wants to come out and do a duet, I won't say no.
Because you've been here quite some times.
Of course, great years. Great country, great support here over the years, definitely.
Yeah, definitely, and not this arena, but the other arena.
We did actually play this arena with Boyzone. When we started, we supported Boyzone, and they played here, and we supported them. And we saw the globe, and we asked the local Swedish people. We said, well, "What's that?" And they said, "Oh, that's where the Backstreet Boys play." And we thought, okay. And 2 or 3 years later, Westlife were playing it, so that was good.
More questions from the audience? Yes, gentleman there in the back, please stand up.
Nicky, this is Ian Fowle from ESC Covers website. It's all about Westlife. Have the boys been in touch with you recently?
Yeah, they have. Would you believe I emailed, there was some, you know, bullshit stories in the press that I was annoyed that they hadn't wished me the best of luck, which they had. when I was announced, and then they didn't wish me the best luck the day I flew out because they didn't know I was flying out, and they didn't, to them Eurovision is next week. So there was another story, something else, that I was embarrassed to be in Westlife, which again wasn't true. It was about me saying at times I was embarrassed that I didn't sing more leads. So with that press spin, I felt, and I know I didn't have to, but I felt I had to email them and clear those things up, and I did, and they all came back and said, of course, like we know how it works, and we know exactly what you meant or whatever. And then I replied to the emails jokingly but half serious and said, if any of you have any tips on singing and nailing a vocal in front of 200 million, let me know. And Shane called me straight away. I sent the email and within 20 minutes my phone rang. And I had a good chat with Shane. I mean, Shane is, probably one of the best live singers I've ever, witnessed and stood on the stage with for 14 years. And he taught me through a lot of his tips, and it's amazing because I was in the band with him for 14 years, but now I'm asking him for advice. And we had a good hour-long chat, and I would say he calmed me down, if I'm honest. Because sometimes, even though I have the experience I have, sometimes you can let the occasion get to you, I guess. And yesterday, or after Shane finished, then I got an email from Mark, and the email was like this long of things, just make sure to do X, Y, and Z. So both Shane and Mark have fantastic, experience and singing live like that. In front, we've done Miss World in front of, a couple of 100 million viewers and things like that, where the boys, where it was all resting on Shane's vocal at the start. So it was great to speak to them. They're wishing me the best. They're flying the flag, and they said that, go out there and it's 3 minutes of your life, relax, smile, enjoy it. And something one of them said to me, which I thought was great, was you don't have to qualify. Just do yourself proud, and if you enjoy it, and you do. Brilliant.
Brilliant. More questions? So, thank you very, very much. We will have the time and opportunity to take some photos over there. And good luck.
Thank you very much.
Ireland.
Cheers, guys.